the Tarot and Oracle forecast for Aquarius for the month of March 2018. This is a forecast for all Aquarians, so if you'd like something that has more detail or is more pertinent to your own life story or the incredible soulmate reading, you can contact me via the links in the description box below. Aquarius, we start with your relationships readings, we move on to a general forecast and finish up with your soul path evolution. Right, if we have a look at your relationships, we're going to start with those of you that are looking for love. And you get the Boot card, the Broken Ring card, and the Needle and Thread card. The Boot card says increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. The Broken Ring says parting of ways in either romantic or business. And the Needle and Thread says a sincere wish will be granted. If I look at that lineup, what I see is that if you want a new relationship in your life, effort is going to be required. In other words, that person is not going to just bump into you. They're not going to arrive on your front doorstep. It's going to be a case of you going to have to put your effort out there, and the universe will reciprocate by bringing someone into your life. It's just one of those situations where your input is needed. You need to go out there and meet people. You need to be out there basically to meet somebody new. You have recently broken up with someone, and this has actually made way for a wish to be granted. It might not have seemed like it at the time. At the time it might have been heartbreaking or very disappointing at the very least. But in fact, breaking up with that person, whoever it was, opened the way for somebody new. So it's perhaps that you were wishing for someone particularly special in your life, and that's what breaking up with this person did. It opened up the path for that new person. I picked another 2 cards for you guys because you're one of the last star signs that I'm reading, so you get extra cards throughout the reading. The Deception card is followed by the New Love card. Now, the Deception cards can also sometimes mean, it can literally mean for some of you, and I'm thinking some of you did find out that you were cheated on, and that's why you broke up with that person. But it can also be that you got involved in relationships and you couldn't be yourself, or you discovered the other person was pretending to be somebody they weren't, but it didn't feel comfortable, it didn't meet up to expectations. You felt as if it deceived you in some way, and you just couldn't be yourself either. But now new love is moving into your life. Definitely that shows a very distinct sign of new love moving into your life, especially with getting that Needle and Thread card as well, which says that wishes will be granted. It's very interesting that it keeps coupling up with this disappointment opens the way for new love. Sometimes we can be taught what we don't want so that we can understand what we do want, and I think this may have been one of those cases. Right, if we move on to your marriage card, in other words, those of you that are committed in partnerships and relationships, have been in them for a long time, you get the Bouquet card and you get the Peacock card. The Bouquet card says compliments from an admirer. The Peacock says beware of great pride. Okay, you then get the Wreath, the Nest, and the Beetle and the Tortoise, right? So you've got extra cards in your reading again. So this spread is quite interesting. I think what shows up here is that there is somebody that admires you, and they're going to show you that they admire you, even if you're in a committed relationship. Beware of great pride and sorrow over a loss, and an emotionally secure, loving family is important to you. If I look at that lot together, the message that comes through with it is don't let pride stand in your way of overcoming something that's happened in your relationship. And if you got hurt or disappointed, or it even could have been something that just happened within the family, and you feeling, these messages are coming through as I'm reading to you here, and you hurt about it, and perhaps perhaps your partner didn't respond in quite the way that you wanted them to, but you have too much pride to say to them, I expected you to be more supportive. Take the chance to actually say quietly, without anger or resentment, because sometimes one just doesn't know you didn't respond in the way the person wanted you to. That often happens. And it's made you feel a bit insecure within the relationship somehow. So it is time to perhaps say something about it in a good way, in an easy way. And when you do, it's interesting, but are you going to? Because it shows up in the reading. Good fortune follows with a beetle and with a tortoise slowly but surely getting ahead. So your committed partnership relationship sort of derails a little bit because of whatever happens, where there is some kind of loss. Perhaps you and your partner are feeling, or you feel your partner's not as close to you anymore either. Don't be too proud to actually say you're feeling that, you know. Because then good fortune does come into the relationship, and slowly but surely it will get back onto track again. That's definitely showing. There's a kind of a disappointment feeling, and a kind of a not feeling as if you want to say something. Maybe because you feel someone else admires you, you feel your partner should be feeling that way about you. It's all these kind of mixed feelings that you're not vocalizing to your partner, but you do need to do that because your family life is important to you. And when you take the opportunity, and you will in March, it's showing up in your reading to actually say something, you will see slowly but surely your relationship gets back on good footing again. It gets back on its rails again. I must apologize for little Tiger in the background. He's still young. He's a puppy, so we are still training him to be quiet during readings, but he's not quite getting the message yet. So if you hear him coughing in the background, that's his version of not barking. Right, now we move on to your career reading. You get the lobster, the wind chimes, and the staff. Okay, so now the wind chimes with the lobster. So where their career is concerned, you're feeling a bit of a pinch there. It's possible that what you're bringing in a monetary way from your career every month is you feel like you're not making ends meet, or it's a very tight fit every month. But peace and harmony will be restored to the career front, okay? Because you get the staff card, which says you will be taken care of in difficult times. So try not to get too weighed down by that feeling of the pinch, okay? Because it will be fine. You've got the peace and harmony card, and it says you will be taken care of in difficult times. You then get the older man, the wheel, and the door. The older man is dealings or relationship with an older man. So I have a feeling this can always be two things, because it can literally be an older man that steps in and helps you when the times get a bit tough. He either gives you advice or he actually lends you money, whatever the case may be. But the older man can also signify that sort of wise old man within you that begins to see things from a different angle and can then take the correct action to actually move through the slightly harder times and restore that peace and harmony to your life where your career is concerned. Your career seems to be very sort of centered on what you are bringing in from work rather than how you're feeling at work. You do get the wheel card then, which is indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. Then you get the door card, which is opportunities are waiting for you. It could be that you're faced with a decision that you could be making or should be making, or you feel you could be making or should be making, and you're not making it at the moment. So you are spinning your wheels because perhaps you feel it's too big a chance to take. But there is an opportunity waiting there for you. It's definitely showing up in your reading. Right, now when we move on to your success reading, you get the rose, the fan, the hammock, and the star. Okay, this is interesting because the rose says romance is in the air, the fan says romance, celebration, and a party. The hammock says taking a vacation, physically or mentally, and the star says guaranteed success. So we look at that lineup. Your success in the month of March, for some of you, comes via romance. It restores that well-being in your life. It releases those happy hormones into your bloodstream that just make you feel good about everything. You know, when you can live on love and fresh air. Okay. The hammock says that you can take a vacation. You will be given the opportunity in March, perhaps just to take a break from those things that hound you, that bug you, that aren't working out. And when you do, that guaranteed success card says the star. And you get that in your success sector, right? I wouldn't worry too deeply or too much in the month of March, Aquarius. The star is there. You have the signs of success. We're not talking about major big climbs up the ladder, huge big monetary windfalls. It's not that kind of success. It is the success of peace and harmony in your life. And definitely romance for some of you. Even those of you in committed partnerships or relationships can find that your romance will be restored, albeit for a short while, but it will be restored. Right, now we look at your happiness cards, which to me is kind of your soul path evolution reading with the tea leaf cards. You get the dog, which says protection from a powerful friend. You get the kite, which is vacation. You get the dolphin, which is financial gain, usually coming from something you did in the past. And the ant, which is work, achievement, and success. The fact that the dog and the older man turn up in your reading tells me for more of you, this is a literal person that comes to your aid. As a friend. They may not actually literally be a friend at the moment, but they come in the part of a friend. They actually will step in some way in the month of March and help you. It's karmic probably. This person owes you a karmic debt, I'm feeling, and they live up to that in the month of March. The kite speaks about vacation, so literally I think you will be taking vacation, many of you, even if it's just a long weekend away, and it's that breather which changes things in your life. You're due for that. That's also karmic. You're due for a little bit of time out. The dolphin says financial gain from something you've done in the past, and the ant says work, achievement, and success. So you are going to see that is definitely brewing underneath the surface at the moment, that the effort you've put into, be it your project, be it your career, be your family life, it will reap rewards. So even if you don't see it immediately, know towards the end of March, definitely you'll start seeing manifestation of energy invested in whatever area of your life you have been doing it. Because work, achievement, success is a nice lineup to get, definitely. And there's also seems to be monetary gain to be made from what you're doing. So if you are spinning your wheels, I think take the opportunity to see what those opportunities are out there for you. Follow up on them, because that shows up in your reading as well. And there's a lot of success cards coming through here for you guys. Right, Aquarius, I hope you enjoyed that reading. I'll just repeat again, if you'd like a personal or private reading with that truly amazing, it genuinely is soulmate reading, you can contact me via the links in the description box below. I want to thank you for watching and listening, commenting, liking. Commenting, by the way, I read every single comment. You'll see I heart every single little comment as well. Thanks for the comments, guys. I love them. I enjoy reading them. And for those of you that do decide to share this video, a very special thank you.